Welcome, folks, to the channel. This is Decoding with Cody, and my decode today is going to be quite extensive. The video might be a little bit longer than normal, but I'm really going to show you some crazy things. So please, if you guys want to see exactly how rigged everything is, please stick around. And this is a pretty deep dive into these events, and it all starts in 1961, actually the very first day of 1961, when this novel called Killing a Mouse on Sunday is released by Emeric Pressburger, okay? And this novel is about a real-life anarchist and his brother the two brothers are called Kiko and Pepe Sabate. And as you guys can see here at the top, it's about a Spain civil guard officer attempts to lure a notorious exiled guerrilla fighter back across the border from France. Again, this is the book, Killing a Mouse on Sunday. I've never read it, so I don't have a lot of understanding of what's actually going on here, but I'm just decoding how it's all tied in with our world and our presidents. But the anarchist is basically the key here, somebody who creates anarchy or chaos, right? And these two brothers, Kiko Sabate and Pepe Sabate, they were real-life brothers, and this book, Killing a Mouse on Sunday, was inspired by their story, okay? And again, I told you in the last one, it was written by Emeric Pressburger, all right? And Emeric Pressburger is a direct match in 4 ciphers to Order of Illuminati. And again, the Illuminati was founded by Jesuit Adam Weishaupt, okay, in 1776. Remember, the Jesuits, guys, for those of you who do not know, new to the channel, the Jesuits are like a military order of the Catholic Church working for the Pope, essentially have their hands involved in everything in our history, in our media, everything, okay? And so notice that the Jesuit order equals 201, just like Order of Illuminati. Now remember, the Jesuit Adam Weishaupt founded the Illuminati, and now you have this writer of this book who has a direct match in all 4 ciphers to Order of Illuminati, Emeric Pressburger. All right? So I just wanted to start this decode. Before I get into the specifics, I wanted to start by showing you the groups it's tied to, which is the Jesuits and the Illuminati. All right? Now, again, I told you that this book was written based off the story of the real-life Sabate brothers, Kiko and Pepe. And notice that the full name of the founder of the Illuminati, the Bavarian Illuminati, which is German, is Johann Adam Weishaupt, and he has a 2-cipher match, 203 and 77, with the 2 brothers, Kiko Sabate and Pepe Sabate. All right? And remember, guys, this book is about an anarchist, Kiko Sabate, and the anarchist is a direct match to the Illuminati, 198. Also, the 2 brothers, if you just write them out, Kiko and Pepe, also equal 198. Okay? So I'm making all these ties to the Illuminati and Adam Weishaupt, the founder of the Illuminati, and the Jesuits. Okay? Now, here's a little bit of a background on one more tie to the Illuminati. So, when Adam Weishaupt founded the Illuminati, it was because Freemasonry was too expensive and not open to his ideas. He founded his own society, which was to have a system of ranks and grades based on those in Freemasonry, but with his own agendas. The original name for his society was called, in German, I'm not going to read that, but in German to English, it would be pronounced Covenant of Perfectibility, okay? Covenant of Perfectibility. Now remember, the Illuminati was founded in the same year that the United States was independent, 1776, all right? But he started with the name, in English, Covenant of Perfectibility. He ended up changing it to Order of Illuminati, which is what translate out of German. This is the German word, translates to Order of Illuminati. And I just showed you Order of Illuminati is a direct match to the writer of this book, Emmerich Pressburger. All right? Now, if you take the original name of Adam Weishaupt's secret society called the Covenant of Perfectibility, it's a direct match to the full name of Pepe Sabate, which this book is written about. Okay, this is his full name. I'm not even going to try to pronounce it. But notice that it's a direct match, 374, to the original name that Adam Weishaupt gave his society, Covenant of Perfectibility. All right? And again, guys, these are anarchists, people who are resisting the order. But again, what do these societies call themselves? They call themselves the Order of Illuminati, the Jesuit Order. Okay? Skull and Bones, the Order 322. You know, they all use the word order. However, they act as if they aren't the ones also creating and putting in place the people who create the chaos so that they can get more order. You see what I mean? It's perfect, because in order for an order or a society to get more order, to seize more control and more order, and have the people willingly submit, is to create chaos first. That's why you have these terrorists and these scapegoats that are risen up to create all of the chaos in order to, but these people are part of the same groups, guys. They rise these people up. These secret societies raise these anarchists, these chaos, these terrorists up, and they create the chaos so that they can get more order in their society. Okay? And I'm going to talk about that at the end, because it's going to tie into all this. So now, I just told you about the book that was released in 1961 called Killing a Mouse on Sunday. The movie, which was an adaptation of the book, was not called that. It was called Behold a Pale Horse, which was a title quoting Revelations 6:8. So here's where it gets really interesting, guys. The movie does not have the same name as the book, and the movie starts to bring in this Revelations and biblical theme, all right? So I just want you guys to remember the 2 years here that you guys can read right here. The book was released in 1961, and the movie was released in 1964, okay? Well, that just happens to be the 2 years of two very prominent black presidential candidates, all right? Barack Obama, the first African-American black president, all right, was born in 1961, the same year the book was released, Killing a Mouse on Sunday. Kamala Harris, the first black vice president, was born the same year the movie was released, Behold a Pale Horse, okay? So again, Obama, born the year the book was released, Harris, born the year that the movie was released, okay? So, with that in mind, I want you guys to pay attention to the release of the book, January 1st, 1961. Exactly 216 days before Obama was born. And because it was released at the very beginning of the year, guys, in 1961, the book was released was released 216 days before Obama was born, and Obama was born on August 4th, which is the 216th day of the year. Okay? Do you understand what I'm showing you here? The book was released exactly, perfectly to align with Obama's birth on the first day of the year in 1961. And that leads you to another Revelation theme, because the number 216 is not just random here, because the factors of 216 are 6 times 6 times 6. You get 216, and that is a biblical number, a Revelation number. I just told you that the movie that was released in Kamala Harris's birth year has a title from Revelation 6, Behold a Pale Horse, which is ridden by death. Remember, in Revelations, there's 4 horses, and the last one is the pale horse ridden by death. Okay? Now, I just told you the book was released perfectly to align with Obama's birthday, August 4th, 216, the 216th day of the year. All right? Now, what about the tie from the book to the movie? Remember, the book was released in 1961, the movie in 1964. So if you go to Kamala Harris's year and you measure from the exact release date of the book to the exact release date of the movie, January 1st, 1961 to August 14th, 1964, you get 1,321 days, which is the 216th prime, guys. Okay, just think about what I just showed you. The book was released perfectly to align with Obama being born on the 216th day of the year. The movie was released perfectly to align with the 216th prime number amount of days between the book and the movie. See? Again, the first date is the movie, or is the book being released. The second date, August 14th, 1964, is the movie, Behold a Pale Horse. All right? And it's the 216th prime, guys. Again, I just showed you the connection with Obama and the 216. And what are the chances? And that's not even it. Before I talk about more 216s, I want to talk about the 68, because the movie was titled based off of Revelations 6:8. Notice that Barack Obama equals 68. Vice President, which is what Kamala is, equals 68. And the book was released exactly 68 days before Kamala Harris was born, guys. What are the chances of that? Behold a Pale Horse, the movie, was released 68 days before Harris was born, and Revelation 6:8 is where the title of the movie gets its name. Okay? Not to mention, I just showed you connection with Barack, and Barack Obama equals 68, and Kamala Harris is the vice president, and she equals 68. Okay? Again, here's the release of the movie to the birth date of Kamala is 68 days. Now, let's tie in another president, John F. Kennedy, who was assassinated in between the birth of Obama and the birth of Kamala, because John F. Kennedy was assassinated in 1963, exactly 38 weeks before the release of the movie Behold a Pale Horse. Well, that's very significant, guys. It's exactly 38 weeks, which is pinpoint on the nose. And what does murder, death, and killing equal in gematria? It equals 38. And this movie just happens to be released exactly 38 weeks after the death, killing of the president, John F. Kennedy. And John F. Kennedy connects to the 216 as well. Because, guys, John F. Kennedy was born on the day in the year that leaves 216 days left in the year. That's May 29th. Obama was born on the opposite day on the calendar, which is August 4th, the 216th day of the year. All right? And remember, the movie Behold a Pale Horse was released in 1964, the same year Kamala was born. Okay? That year, if you go from Obama's third birthday that year in 1964 to Kamala's birthday, her first day of birth in 1964, it's 2 months and 16 days. Okay? And if you go from the very first day, if you go from what would have been John F. Kennedy's birthday in 1964 to the release of the movie, it's 2 months and 16 days. I hope this is making sense to you guys, because it's so clearly obvious that all these 216s are not coincidences. All right? If you guys are understanding, please go back and just try to grasp all these dates and how they're all completely scripted together with the 216. And it's all centered around the release date of the movie on August 14th, which just so happens to be 10 days after Obama's birthday. He was born on August 4th. But again, what are the chances that Kamala Harris and Obama were born 2 months and 16 days apart, and from the release, and from John F. Kennedy's birthday, who was born on the 216 days left in the year, to the release of this book, Behold a Pale Horse, is 2 months and 16 days also. Okay? Not only that, guys, but if you just take the 3 words in the very beginning of the title of this movie, Behold a Pale, it equals 216. Again, that's a little bit experimental, but just think of that number that keeps coming up with this, and if you just take out the last word horse, Behold a Pale equals 216. I'm not even done with the 216s. So I told you that the original book Killing a Mouse on Sunday was released exactly 216 days before Obama was born. Obama was the 44th president. He was inaugurated on January 20th, 2009. From the release of the movie Behold a Pale Horse on August 14th, 1964, to the inauguration of Barack Obama on January 20th, 2009 is exactly 44 years and 159 days. Remember, Obama was the 44th president, and he was inaugurated 44 years after this movie was released. And the 159 is not irrelevant here because if you guys look at the very bottom, the sum of the factors, of the divisors of 159 is 216. Remember, Obama born on the 216th day of the year. The book released 216 days before he was born. Obama and Kamala, born 2 months and 16 days apart. John F. Kennedy, Obama, born on the opposite days of the year, 216 and 216. Okay? And the amount of days between, just another 216. The amount of days between the book and the movie is the 216th prime. All right? So again, it even ties into Obama's inauguration perfectly. 44 years and the 44th president, 159, has a sum divisors of 216. All right? Now, let's bring Trump into this because in Revelation, the pale horse is ridden by death. If you type in a pale horse, death, it equals 138, like Donald Trump. All right? Now, Donald Trump, the name he goes by on his book, Donald J. Trump, equals 148 and 68. Remember the 68s, guys? I'll go back. Remember the 68s. Barack Obama, 68. Vice President, 68. Kamala Harris, born 68 days after the release of Behold a Pale Horse, which was based off of Revelation 6:8. Now, Trump, Donald J. Trump equals 68. And he was born in 1946. The movie Behold a Pale Horse was released in 1964. Notice, it's the same numbers, 1946 and 1964, just reverse, right? Notice that the book was also released on the 14th of August, just like Trump was born on the 14th of June. Okay? And what's interesting is on the Roman calendar, Trump's birthday, the Roman calendar is 2 months back, 2 months behind. So in that calendar, August 14th is actually June 14th. So technically it was released on Trump's birthday, in a way. But if you actually measure from Trump's actual birthday, June 14th, 1946, to August 14th, 1964, the release of the movie, it's 66 days. This ties again to the 216 and the 666. Because remember, guys, Trump, and remember that Donald J. Trump equals 148. The movie was released on 148. August 14th can be written 148. All right? Donald J. Trump equals 148. Donald J. Trump equals 68, like the title of the movie is based off of Revelation 6:8. Now, notice that the 6636 days between Trump's actual birthday to the release of the movie is a combination of the numbers 66 and 36. And 666 is the 36 triangular number. What that means, guys, is when you add the sum total of 1 through 666, or 1 through 36, you get 666. Again, tying back to 216. But Trump is not absent of the 216 connection either, because he was elected in 2016. Okay? Which is like 216. Okay? And if you go from the release of the book, the exact day, to the day that Trump was elected, it's 19079 days. That's the 216 again prime, guys. Look, 216 again. Always. I know it's not exactly 216, but at base what I've already showed you, Trump being elected in 2016, him having all the ties to this date, and remember, he replaced Obama, who had all the 216 ties, right? So it's not a coincidence that from the release of Behold a Pale Horse to Trump's election day, the day he was elected, was 19079 days, which is the 2167 prime, just like 216. And he was elected in 2016. And now let me tie all this together, guys, because I believe that when Kamala Harris gets into president, she will bring in a division. Remember, the whole book originally written, Killing a Mouse on Sunday, that was connected with these presidents, was all about chaos and order, anarchy. What do you think is going to happen when Kamala Harris gets put into president? However it's going to happen, it's going to cause a lot of division. It's going to cause a lot of craziness, I believe. I want you guys to notice the connection that Kamala Harris has with all of this, all right? First of all, the 222 is the only number you really need to focus on here. Order out of chaos, the favorite quote of these societies, which is exactly what this is all about, equals 222, all right? The two brothers, Kiko Sabate and Pepe Sabate, if you type their names together, equals 222. This just happens to match the name of the major Jesuit German leader of the World Economic Forum. Remember, Klaus Schwab, the German, similar to Adam Weishaupt, the founder of the Illuminati. He now has the World Economic Forum, which equals 222. They are the ones responsible for a lot of this, creating this chaotic situation we've had the last couple of years, and now restoring more order from it. Okay? Also, Barack Obama, the Antichrist, the Antichrist is very similar to anarchist. It's a really similar word, guys. But notice that Barack Obama, the Antichrist, equals 222 and 96. Remember, the movie Behold the Pale Horse was based off of Revelation 6:8, which if you type it out equals 222 and 96. If you type out President Kamala Harris, it equals 222 and 96. Next year is the year of the water rabbit. It equals 222 and 96. Even Vice President Harris equals 222, just like President Kamala Harris equals 222. And in capitals, if you add capitals in gematria, Kamala Harris equals 222. What are the chances that she has all of these ties to 222? Okay? And again, it all ties back to order out of chaos. And remember, I just showed you next year is the year of the water rabbit, which matches Revelation 6:8. And Behold a Pale Horse is Revelation 6:8. So this is part 1, guys. I think there's going to be a part 2. I hope it all made sense. I hope you guys can see just how crazy this is. And thank you for watching as always. Many blessings to you all. Don't have fear. Just have peace, and let's fight this with knowledge and information and understanding. Take care. I'll see you in the next one.